Hey guys, Huck Sports Talk here. Hope everybody's having a blessed day. Well guys, today I want to do my top 25 for college football. We're only about 6 or 7 weeks away from the first games. I think there's somewhere like August 29th, I believe, is the first game, something like that. But guys, I'm ready for some football. I'm ready for college football to start. So I want to do my top 25 today. I'm going to go over the teams that have my top 25, give a little bit of information on the top 10 and their schedule. I don't want to make this video too long, but I want to just, like I said, do my top 25 and give that to you guys today. And I'm just going to start right off the bat with number 1 is Georgia. And the reason why I picked Georgia as my number 1 team to start the season, I think that their schedule sets up to where they can go undefeated and play in the SEC title game as an undefeated SEC team. Their schedule, they only have Oklahoma is at home. Then they have to go to Alabama and go to Ole Miss. I think those are the 3 main games that will push them to possibly getting a loss. But I do believe they're going to beat Oklahoma at home, and Alabama on the road will be tough, but I think Georgia will get it done. And Ole Miss on the road also will be a tough one, but I think they can get it done. So I think they can go undefeated in the SEC this year, which obviously with Gunnar Stockton coming back, he finished in the top 7 in the Heisman voting last year, so they got a solid quarterback and everything. So yeah, I've got Georgia as my number 1 team. Number 2, I've got Oregon. Now Oregon, I really believe that they're going to be good. Obviously Moore at their quarterback is an awesome quarterback. You know, they don't have Indiana on their schedule this year, so that helps them out. And let's see, they have to go to USC, they have to go to Ohio State, and they have Michigan at home. So I feel like their schedule kind of sets up for them pretty well. And, you know, I think they can maybe get over that hump and take care of business in the Big Ten and possibly win that conference. And if they do, they would get, you know, a first round bye in the playoffs, you know, get one of those top 4 seeds. And I think that bodes well for them, and they have a good chance to do that. My number 3 team is Notre Dame, and to be honest with you, the only reason why I have Notre Dame as number 3, and I know they're going to be a good team, and their quarterback's going to, you know, be one of the Heisman candidates and everything. You know, but their schedule is very, very weak. And I know everybody said that, and I know Notre Dame fans get mad about that, but their schedule really is very weak. And so they go to BYU, which will be really like their first really test, I think, of the season. And then they have Miami at home, which that's going to be a great game once again, like it was last year. And I will say this, they have SMU at home, but I don't think that's going to be much of a game and everything. So really, to me, they have 2 games that are good. And I think they're probably going to be at least 11-1 and probably get one of those byes and everything and be one of the top 4 seeds like that. So I really do think that, you know, that's, like I said, that's the reason why I put them at number 3, because I just think their schedule's so easy and they're going to be at the top of the rankings all year because of that. Number 4, I've got Texas. And as you can see, Texas obviously has Ohio State at home. They have to go to Tennessee. But the one thing about that's a 12 o'clock game, so that's not going to be a night game in Knoxville. So that's going to be a little bit easier. And they have a bye week before they have to play Oklahoma. Obviously, I think it's in Dallas, right? And then they're home against Mississippi. So also, let's see, they're at LSU and at Texas A&M. So Texas does have a very tough schedule. There's no doubt about it. It's probably one of the toughest schedules in the SEC. And so there's a good chance they're probably going to be, like 10-2 and everything. But I do think that they're one of the top teams, and they could possibly be 11-1. But I figure they'll probably be 10-2 with that schedule that they have. But that means they're going to beat some really good teams to keep themselves up in the rankings. Number 5, I got Ohio State. And obviously they play at Texas. They play at Indiana. They play at USC. They play Oregon at home. And then they play Michigan at home. So, to me, that's a pretty tough schedule for a Big Ten schedule. And I think they'll probably be favored in, every one of them games except, maybe not at Texas. I mean, that could be a pick 'em, or Texas could be favored by, 1 or 2, something like that. But that's a really good schedule, like say Big Ten. And I think that they're going to be up in the top of the rankings all year. So number 6, I've got Miami. So lost in the championship game last year, but their offensive line is going to be really, really good this year. And so I have them at the top of the rankings. Now, to be honest with you, their schedule is not very tough. They have no Louisville on their schedule and no SMU on their schedule in the ACC. They play at Clemson and at Notre Dame. So that's probably going to be their 2 toughest games. And to be honest with you, I really think Clemson's going to be somewhat down this year. I have them way down in my rankings, matter of fact. And so I think they're going to just be, I don't think that's going to be as tough a game. Depending on what time they play that game at Clemson, if it's a day game, it'd be a lot easier. But if it's a night game, it'd be a little bit tougher. The atmosphere is a lot tougher, in Death Valley at night, obviously. And then at Notre Dame, I'm not sure if they have the time for that, but I bet you that's going to be, it's going to obviously be a NBC game, so it's probably going to be a 7:30 game, I would think. So that's going to be a really tough game there. And then at number 7, I got Texas A&M. And Texas A&M, I really like Texas A&M. I like the quarterback. I like their team. And, so they have to go to LSU, at Alabama, and then, at Oklahoma, and then Texas at home. So that's 4, really, really tough games. But once again, I think they could, be right there with a good chance to play in the SEC title game, along with, like Texas and Georgia, and really Alabama as well on that. So number 8, I've got Texas Tech. Texas Tech, what can you say? If you look at this schedule, it's very, very easy schedule, honestly. Actually, they don't play anybody that's in my top 25. So, not a single team. And I do think that Texas Tech, no, wait a minute, am I wrong on that? No, I think I'm right. Well, no, they play BYU, right? Yeah, on there. So, but other than that, they are, it's going to be a cakewalk, honestly, for those guys. So, but number 9, I've got Alabama, and Alabama, they play, they play Georgia at home. They have to play at Tennessee, and then home versus Texas A&M, and then at LSU. I feel like, I do feel like Georgia's going to win that game, and that Texas A&M Alabama game is going to be a good one and stuff. And I think by the time they play LSU is probably going to be coming on at that point. Number 10, I've got Indiana, and I know that's probably a lot lower than a lot of people have for Indiana, but I just tell you, obviously I don't think the quarterback for Indiana is going to be as good as they've had, obviously last year, right? And he was a difference maker for sure last year. So I think Indiana's going to take a little bit of a step back. They have Ohio State at home, which I do believe Ohio State's going to win that game this time. They've got to go to Michigan. They got USC at home, but they have to go to Washington, which don't discount Washington. That's gonna be a tough game. So that's my top 10 right there. So guys, I'm gonna go through the rest of my top 25, but I'm not gonna tell their schedule and everything like that. But at number 11, I've got Oklahoma. Number 12, I've got BYU. Number 13, I've got Ole Miss. Number 14, I've got Michigan. Number 15, I've got USC. Number 16, I've got Tennessee. Number 17, I've got Penn State. Number 18, I've got Washington. Number 19, I've got LSU. Number 20, I've got Florida. Number 21, well, let me go back to that Florida. Man, Florida, once again, has a tough schedule and everything, but I think that, that they're going to be able to get that turned around this year, and they will have a better record. And, so there's going to be some close games, and they're going to have to win some of these close games to stay up in these rankings. So, number 21, I'm going to have Utah. 22, I have Iowa. And then, if you're betting on Iowa, always take the under. You guys know that. 23, I do have Clemson. So, matter of fact, my 23, 24, and 25 are all ACC teams, and they're going to probably be knocking each other out of this top 25 and everything. And Clemson could be gone right off the bat, playing LSU, right off the bat, I believe, isn't it? So, so I got Clemson as 23. I've got SMU as 24. And 25, I've got Louisville. So guys, that's my top 25. It's my first top 25 of the year. I'm looking forward to college football. I would love to hear what your top teams are. You don't have to give me a top 25 because I know a lot of people don't want to take that much time in doing that. But give me like your top 5 teams in the comments. What do you think your top 5 teams are? And maybe tell me, why you think my rankings aren't good or whether they are good, whatever you're thinking. But guys, definitely subscribe to the channel because I'm going to be putting out, once the season starts, I'll be putting out a ranking probably every Sunday on that, as well as I'll be doing some NFL stuff because like I say, I love college and pro football. And so I'm going to be doing a lot more of that. That's why I changed my channel name to HUCK'S Sports Talk from HUCK'S Sports Cards because I want to do a lot more sports talk on here. So, but guys, that's my top 25 as it stands right now. And I'll probably, once the season starts that first week, I'll probably be putting out one. Well, I don't want to say probably. I will be putting out one about every Sunday. And just seeing how this flows. But guys, once again, subscribe to the channel and make sure you hit that like button. And guys, until next time, we'll see you later.